Yeah. Check, check, check. Bless up to everybody who there. Bless up to everybody who are rolling. Big up everybody who listen upon the playback. Big up everybody who are live. Big up everybody who like the stream. Manners and respect to everybody who share. Jaja people. Be things as usual go on in a day. In a world of dancehall. And in Jamaica. Crazy things. Babsy, big up. Now, if you don't know, we start by the crazy one first. Now, KFC apparently did have them 50th anniversary. Wednesday? I think Wednesday. So them have them 50th anniversary. And in celebration, them say them a give away things, right? Brawta them call it. Now, all you have to do is buy, I think, a big deal combo, and you get a meal deal, something like that. Basically, you buy one combo and then give one combo for free. While stocks last, of course. But the people of Jamaica took this opportunity to storm all KFC locations. I may tell you, all like KFC them ram, you know. And KFC in Jamaica normally ram, right? Normally full up. But that day there was an extra special day. Now, when we look on the aftermath of everything, right? Because for me, it's a normal day. Even though them 50th anniversary, I never go. Never go no KFC. Couldn't bother with that. Even if me did want KFC, me couldn't bother with that. But when me I look at some news broadcasts like some stuff where go on, you have people where camp out a KFC from before daybreak good. So people they are KFC from 6 o'clock in the morning before the people come open their store. People there. A bleach pan them come open their doors. And when them do open them doors, the chaos ensue. Because I see video of people versus people. Security versus the people them. Police versus the people them. I mean like it drastic, it extra stupid. Some stuff I see boy. Like lose half my people them. Lose half my people them star. Cause enough of them stuff them see boy it uncalled for. Like with us extra for no reason. For no reason at all. Why them say KFC a national dish and come like say true. And I can't saltfish again. KFC a national dish. Hot and spicy, original and barbecue. Libra, bless up. What you say? You say hilarious, eh? Look, KFC tastes good now, but guess what? Fast food, but as Libra, look, if me there, so me get basically bird's eye view of everything I go on. And trust me, when I tell you say, what you see on video, it was way worse in person. It was way worse in person. It was ridiculous. Trust me. If I was an avid KFC person, right? I mean, they want KFC that day, me I abstain because me know say, look, from them say free, and we want kind of set up people, you know, in a way. From say free, you know, unite, you know, running. Like people I'm running with full force. Full force. And it's ridiculous. Me never know say it did that serious until like me I see some video out to the extreme and see some people. Also man say boy him dead the front in the morning. Him are the first person there. And how much o'clock in the morning him go there. And I basically saw that when him get through with him food. Oh boy. Another day in paradise, as them would have say. Another day in paradise. But it just goes to show you, you know. Just goes to show you how we have become so westernized. Why we lost our culture. Our culture has been eroded. Because I know fast food, but I never know say some people that crazy over it. Never know. But it is what it is, right? But on a major topic we're going with captivate the whole of this week and send Gaza, Gully, Alliance, Vendetta in a shockwaves. So video forward out, picture forward out. Mavado and Kartel, all smiles. If you can look on the thumbnail, you'd have see it too. If you never see it. Mavado and Kartel, all smiles. And me as some Vendetta people run out and say, boy, this Vendetta. Boy, man, I know him this Vendetta when he think Mavado I'm one big man, but I mean everybody entitled to them opinion and you know, for them opinion, Mavado this Vendetta. Shuna link with Kartel. And this one I see basically I know not new in this so we see the dancehall ago from Kartel release and a champion this unity thing with Killer. So it was only a matter of time. You know? So I'm never really surprised. It was only a matter of time. And then we see it you know. And we talk, you know. And basically people have I say what they must say. Foot a forward out I say what they must say. And hey, trust me. Because really and truly, you know, it's much I do about nothing, you know, but I know say this is ever cause only patak and who for forward out. As me I tell you say foot type one of them a forward out and him say and him give him 2 cents as usual and who for forward out and make them rebuttal. But none of them two incident and really surprised me like that. The KFC one surprised me to one extent, which is I never know say I saw the people them would go on over KFC. So that kind of surprising to me. You know, so them they gonna have crowd, but the crowd just crazy. And then I know say people that come out and say some I go say boy I for the money, even though the money must say fee culture. But in my opinion, yes a part of for the money and part of fee culture. So two things can be right at the same time. Because at the end of the day, the man them I do dancehall music for make money, you know. That are the man them work. So we can't really knock the man them when the man them I do certain things for a paycheck. No, man, I said the man them supposed to do nothing funny, you know, or immoral, you know, if you know paycheck, you know. Man, I said that. But the man them I go make some connections, them I go make some linkage where back in idea the link that they pop off or whatever. Them I go make them the link there for if it make money, right? If it's beneficial to them. I mean, why not? Look, hey, Libra, me are one of them where, trust me, I don't. Because I know say some people, cause see there, some people do some crazy things because of gully Gaza. Cut off some friend, family member, hurt or some people, over gully Gaza, I see it there, man, them link up, best friend and brethren, all smiles, big smile, big hug up, see, and you did you vex with your friend, your family, because of gully Gaza and see the man in my link, in a 2025. Same thing with when Carter go bleach, Carter stop bleach, and a Carter make no for them people bleach and him stop bleach, If only him could have take off all the tattoo, but that's what some people that do. But yeah, the artists them are influence, right? Whether feel good or bad, them are influence and the people them are follow them. And see, them for follow them, and bleach themselves. And them for follow them, and men back defense them with them deep pack down because beef with the artists them. Them for follow them. But guess we'll see. Cause two certain things set on the YouTube street with the fan base them. I think them the fence they can mend back. Then the fence they burn down with some man. That's why you see some man, them still a hold harden on certain topic. And with the unity thing, them a hold them harden. So Kartel and Mavado are friend, but still not a friend no man. So some man a hold them harden. But I guess we see, man. I guess we see. But Libra, with you ain't forward, I don't know, like you get caught up. Anyway, that's my few cents pan what I say I go on. Also, I see an interesting interview with a promoter from Canada. See a promoter from Canada and him have some interesting comments about this whole booking and rate with the artist them. Interesting comments. Some of it may share the same sentiment and may not really surprise me with regards to Libra. I soon share the link, Libra. Tell me my piece on this. So the guy I say, boy, Cartel can't charge him a charge. And I say, yeah, may I agree with that. And we know why him can't charge that. And we end up get all them the money the way I get where my charge from promoter. But not everybody can do it. Because not everybody have the club the Cartel have. Right? I mean, it plain as day if you see that. And everybody have the club the Cartel have. So when Cartel charge fee money, obviously, and every man can do it. And one next interesting thing him say is apparently, Cartel are the king, the undisputed king, without a doubt. But him say, if anybody out of the crap of dancehall artists them forward after Cartel, they take the mantle of king. In other words, who would that be the prince right now? And him say, Alkaline. Alkaline him say. And then give him reasons. Give him reasons. Whether we agree with it or not, of him opinion that. Would say Alkaline would have in the run into. I want to say him alone, but him have a strong case for if Cartel for, if Cartel for relinquish the crown sometime in the future, him would have be the next one. Can you imagine? And say Alkaline a king of dancehall. Imagine the headlines, the scenes on the YouTube street. You know, certain Gaza man and certain other man not gonna have it. So here will be I go share the link, yeah, man. I go share the link. You the tell me what to think about this out there because share the link there. Yes, bro. I respect alkaline, but I'll give it to unruly. Where's the unruly? Popcorn a king before alkaline. Popcorn would have to get the king. So Mali Russian. Jaja. Mali Russian. Mali Russian. Bless up for you pass through. People wanna like the stream. Leave a like. But yeah, the man say alkaline would have be next in line after Cartel Star. Man say alkaline I next in line, man. Alkaline I Prince, you know? Or one I Prince. For me, I want I Prince definitely. Can't go leave him out. If I talk fear, if I talk truth, if I talk unbiased, now we can't leave him out, right? I have to go in at the conversation. Him do all heap in the music. So him have to go in at the conversation. But you see, if you be a king, you know, no, in this hardcore dancehall, you know. One thing when I say enough of them young artists I don't really do. Alright? And that is if you go up on a stage and go clash with a man live. Alright, enough of them young artists I don't really do that. And for me, I don't care about nobody else. Respect to an opinion, but for me, in my opinion, I need to see who do that. That are part of our culture. And me yet to see one man get crowned or have no kind of respect like that in a dancehall and never even do that. Who no tell me because me not see. You know how much years on this earth? Frado, big up. Well, Mali Russian, I would have said it. I would have said that in a reverse. You know, if I go say Cartel never struggle for boss, why? Me disagree with that, you know, my friend. I disagree with that because Cartel forward up in an era where you have to serious, you know. Seeing Cartel forward up in one serious era dancehall where them call boy gatekeeping where that was real. And if I really and truly if you're not par with a man whether they're in a business or cement themselves in a business, you know, really I get one looking like that. And I like now where a man can put out his music on YouTube and thing. And then we get a look in and people we gravitate towards his music. Back in the time they hard to do it. And you have to par with one quote unquote gatekeeper. Libra, what go on?
Oh, good night, good night. Good night,
Right.
Rumble. Good night, chat.
What go on? Why your thoughts on I mean me give around three topic a while ago. I mean speak freely. Speak freely.
Okay, okay. The KFC, that's just like I said, because I was laughing so much I forgot to put the word memories. It was just like the chicken sandwich. I think it was a Popeyes or whatever. That's hilarious. But anyways, let me just stick to the one you're talking about now.
Mm.
Okay. No offense to none of my vendetta peeps, you know, who gonna watch the replay or in the bushes, the clouds. Um, yes, Alkaline is very accomplished, and I know people like to say he done things by himself. No, because people like to say, "Oh, but your King Popcorn has Cartel's fan base." Well, Alkaline has Movado's fan base, so that's one for one. I believe this is, maybe I'm biased too. My King Popcorn is more accomplished than Alkaline. The only difference is that Alkaline has more of a mouthpiece on YouTube thanks to his vloggers versus my artist, where it's only Unruly Tash and Bruce. That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't agree with you more. Yeah, I agree with you more, because really and truly, Alkaline, I have certain things in terms of notoriety and accolades like a popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Popcorn, I got have the edge over him there, so
Of course.
right. We can say boy Alkaline a more lyrical artist than a popcorn. We can say that, but
Yes.
some other things him not go win versus popcorn. Him not go win.
No, he's
And we just have to talk the truth. Him could have new rules so till him not go win. Him not go win like that.
I hate when, okay, because I know, me and Nick SFB had a back and forth when it came to the whole Madison Square Gardens, and I tried to tell them, even though Nick SFB, yeah, shout out to you, Nick. I know
Mm,
if DL or anybody is clipping this, yes. Nick was, explaining why he didn't see the importance of it, and I respect his decision, what his opinions, even though I disagree, because I always heard this from R&B, hip hop. Everybody says if you don't sell out the garden,
mm-hmm.
like you haven't arrived. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm. 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 That's yeah.
yeah, I don't know if it's for that in dance hall, but I know the other genres. I've always heard the garden is like the creme de la creme to put the icing on your cake, like a Grammy. Getting a Grammys, yeah, that's what I was told.
Mm-hmm. Look, I want to tell you, a wedding we start a look pan show a sell out and the artist them a sell out, show, a wedding, since
Hmm.
Carter release and Carter are do him and do, specifically, because last year them a time we not talk about no show where a sell out like that. It now put pan no headline for say this a man a sell this a show and that the man a sell. You will see say you will see this a man a perform at XYZ place. But it
True.
wasn't like in the headline them I say phenomenon brag and boast say them artists are sell yes and a sell yes. So that wasn't a thing. That's just what they become a thing. So I mean we can sit here, and behave like say boy we 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 dumb to certain things, but I mean the truth are the truth, The truth are the truth.
True.
And a matter of fact, it wasn't even a sellout show. For we, it was a thing where who take the show, especially when the artists them depend the same show I perform. Like for instance, a Sumfest, the artists them depend Sumfest, who
Hmm.
for performance was better and who take the show, right? That was the bragging rights. It wasn't that who this a man has said because no fight time, a multiple artists depend on one show. So it's never like the artists them basically are them in concert, are them on a show. So dancehall thing is set up. It's never really this artist in concert. It's like a package. This artist, this artist,
Mm.
and this artist. You understand? Like for
Oh.
all right, right. For instance, right now you have Kendrick Lamar and SZA on tour, right? And
Hmm.
when you got a show there, you may see other artists maybe, but I really and truly I go for see Kendrick Lamar and SZA in concert, right?
Hmm.
And them, whichever venue was sold out, the crowd come to see them, right?
Okay.
Them sell out it.
Okay. This whole, if the crowd, if it's sold out or not, I was talking to, one of my peeps, and I was like, I notice with the Gaza vloggers, anytime I see, clippings here and there, shout out to DL for keep me posted because can't watch everybody. Um, Everybody is more well, they're more fixated on did they sell out. When I see like, the Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, when okay, let me just use Nicki and other artists, when they have shows, people tend to focus on what the performance is. If they sell out, good. But I noticed, like, it seems to me dance hall, this could just be maybe I'm looking at it wrong. It's like people are more excited about the numbers and the actual quality of the work. I think I
Of recent.
yeah.
Of recent. Of recent, yeah. For real, I'm gonna say, may I agree with that, but that of recent, and because people are push a certain narrative, and all that, right?
Mm,
Because you see how a man perform, somebody for you, all right, for you, you could have said me and you could have stayed so now and say, all right, well, I watch one artist a perform. You might take away something different from what me take away from the performance, Me might say
mhm,
the performance good, you might say the performance not good. But when it comes to numbers now, numbers is not a subjective thing. Numbers are numbers, right?
mhm.
If me
Fact,
sell one and you sell two, obviously you sell more than me, right?
facts.
So they say that. That's why you see enough man I run with the numbers thing, and I say, boy, this and I show up numbers. Because back in the day, the numbers wasn't important like that.
Yeah, I'm more with the okay, like, to me, I'm okay. Now I'm gonna be honest. The only time, okay, I'm
Yes,
about
yes.
to like include the NFL in this. The only time the numbers really matter to me, like with my Seahawks, because we used to be the loudest stadium. Because well, our team was better, but like now it's like, yeah, that's the only time I really care. Is like, yo, they were, the decibels and whatnot. But in dance hall and music, I want the quality, especially. And I notice everybody just get excited, just like with the first week sale. And I'm like, you do know music sells after. Like, why not? Why just do all this promotion for 1 week? Like, okay, Queen Shensi is my other artist. Like, I threw her a Grammy party. I even though I gave out free albums, everyone who was at my party, I was like, do you guys have a streaming platform outside of YouTube? Can you like stream her album, play a song, something, get the numbers up? Like, yeah, there go the numbers again, but get it up. And I wasn't looking like, oh well, like they're gonna put out a weekly. Just keep it going. Keep your artists up there, like what the Barb's do for Nicki Minaj.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because really and truly, that's the art of the day, especially in the era we're in,
mm,
right? Because big man thing, as we must say, as we young guns are saying, right?
yeah,
A digital era. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. Even though the man them did a sell some crazy numbers, even better than now. Because
yep,
we are selling now, when no for a man them are selling a peanuts compared to when no for the artists them back in the day used to do. But they must sell CD
yeah.
and cassette.
Okay,
Peanuts, But
okay. Go
mm,
ahead. Sorry.
no man, go on, man.
No, I was gonna say, okay, I don't really have any memory of the cassette, but I know the CD. Okay, remember there was a time. Okay, you live in Jamaica. Damn. Okay, do you travel to like America and stuff?
No, not yet. But we
Okay,
can tell you a few
okay.
things.
There were stores like FYI, no FYE, Best Buy at one point. If anybody who was in the audience, if you guys shop at Best Buy used to sell CDs. And I remember when I was like a little goober, when I just moved from Jamaica, like people used to line up at the store to buy CDs. Like you
Mm-hmm.
would go in, and if an artist CD was not there, you would have to go to the cashier and go. And well, I know I used to do this when the CD's coming in. Can you look out for me, whatever, so I can be the first. And I remember there used to be on records stores, and those are all gone. Like yeah. So that's why, like, I forgot who came out the other day and said, "Oh, artists sell more now." No, they don't, because even 98 Degrees, the guy, lead singer Nick Lachey, he was like, back in the day, it was easier to sell versus now. So yeah, like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm,
Because you see, the digital era. it
Yeah.
help and it harm music, because
Facts.
back in them day there, the music wasn't at your fingertips like that. You never have no Spotify or no Apple Music or nothing like that. You have to literally go like a Best Buy, like you say, and go buy the artist them CD. And I
Mhm.
want to tell you too, back in them day there too, it package a whole lot better too, because sometimes you go there, you buy an artist CD, and when you're looking, you get all one big poster, like a life-size poster the artist to put up in all the room, all of them kind of weird. Where you
Yep.
get the CD, right?
Yeah, that's true. Britney Spears. Damn.
You understand them as, but right
Yeah.
now, it reach a point where music it easily accessible, but the artists them not really and make a whole heap of money off of the music in a that sense. When the music is sell on Spotify, when it a stream. Because if you check, and see how much like a artist get paid per stream, it's ridiculous. I mean
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So an artist can't live off of him Spotify unless him is one of them. Him in the top 10 in a streaming on Spotify, and even so too is like I better you go a road go do live performance. You make more money. That's all. Make more money.
But they've I've always heard this, like artists make their money on tour. Like even TLC. I don't know if, okay, I'm gonna take you back because I know you guys have VH1 in Jamaica. Remember what was the show Behind the Music? Yeah, I'm taking it back. See, I was even though I was young, I used to watch a lot of TV. Shout out to my older cousins. You remember that show? It was like a behind the music where it talks about the artists they break down like,
Mm-hmm.
and then left out was like, this is how you can go broke by selling 10 mil. Okay, well, the
Mm-hmm.
clippings are on YouTube, but even they said the only way artist makes money, you go on tour, and whenever they pretty much was given the keys to the business. I think it's the same way now. Like you said, you have to be in the top 10. Like I would say Taylor Swift, Drake, my
Mm-hmm.
girl Nikki. I'm not gonna put Queen Shansia in there. I love her, but I'm not delusional. But yeah,
No reach us yet. She no reach us yet.
yeah, she's going to. Hey,
She no reach us yet. Trust me. But it's a crazy situation I find myself in a crazy situation, and I want to say enough artists really and truly are complaining about this thing with the music, with how the sales and so on and so forth go, because it's not for a time them not really benefit,
true.
because most people, and this go for like every genre, most people them just stream the artist music. Them don't really buy the album off of Spotify and have it, right?
Yeah,
Them just stream it. And them have them Spotify all the time unless they don't have internet. And them
true.
can't even save it to them Spotify and have it for offline mode. So
Mm.
trust me, it's a hell of a thing. And Spotify, iTunes, them are beard. Because me couldn't tell when last me download like a song on my phone. And Spotify me use and play every day. Every day me use Spotify. Every day. So
Okay.
go on.
No, I was gonna tell you to read Young Gun's comment because he made a good point. But I always knew about copyright.
About this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we never know a whole heap of, hey, young guns and whole heap of thing we as a people never really know, Whole heap of things the artists them never really know. And that's why enough of the artists them back in the day used to get robbed. Kid,
What?
what go on?
Hey, kid. Well, I knew. Let me see. I'm not gonna say I'm educated with the music because obviously not, but I do know. Okay, you remember? Okay, I'm taking it back again because I know you had to remember this. Remember LimeWire? Because you remember, like, if you couldn't. Yes,
Mm,
you could download, and that was Napster. That was the first time I started to learn about
Napster too.
copyright infringement. That's when.
You know long me hear Napster.
Yes, now
You
I,
know long.
let me tell you, Rombo. Okay, like I had, like I said, my older cousins. things that I know because like it was just me by myself. So at the time for like the first year when I came from Jamaica, so I was around them. So, I was hearing how they speak, what they were into, whatever. So that's how come I remember about Napster. I remember it was a big thing because this was the first time like I actually paid attention to CNN because my cousin was like, oh my God, it's on CNN, and then they show who was behind Napster. It was a little white boy. I think he was like the first social media millionaire, but then he got sued and lost all of it. That was man.
Hold on.
I still
Kid,
use one.
kid,
Oh,
forgive me.
hey
Forgive me.
D.
Me not really. You see, with the range thing, me have go take time and like just pick out some people and just get so rich. Cause you see, me never do say I saw the range thing serious on YouTube.
Child, let me tell
Everyone
you.
knows that's why it's serious on YouTube. I
Okay,
not take it like me not take it serious. Like enough channel like me go and me not know range pan and like me not take it as not. Me never do say I saw the range thing serious on YouTube. But
you.
the kid does go and voila when we reach one stage where who we get rich I gotta just get rich and just you see me the thing I just play it.
I'm gonna just say something about the wrench. Back in the day, like I would say before COVID, the wrenches actually had value. No offense to anybody, because because hey, who knows? One day when I go live on my channel, the wrenches to me don't have the same power like they once did. Cause
Mm.
yeah, cause back then, like to have a wrench on a channel, like before COVID, I remember it was like, hey, you was doing it. Now it's like, you have a wrench. Anyways, go ahead. I just had to say that.
I mean right now a member have more leverage than a person who even have range. A member.
Well, because they give. Well, it depends on the sector you're in. Because in the dancehall sector, they give out like memberships like Tic Tacs. So, and anyways, I ain't gonna get into YouTube algorithms.
Yeah, but as we say, look, you see, the dancehall artists them, you see, a whole heap of things were going right now from what they are, we're just really and truly, it'll make everything like there's more interest in it because
Yeah.
there is the seriousness of the business, like it a forward now, right?
Hmm.
Separate and apart from certain man I get back them visa and can travel and so. So man I look on things different, and approach a business different. That is why you see man like a cartel, Mavado, you see Bounty, Beanie and Buju them. That's why you see them a man that just excel, so The man them just fly the gate look a bit for the man them, and the man them gone across the water, and a different thing you see, a connection I make. Them a link back with this and this and man, and this and that the show they do. Like the man them not stop the show.
Okay.
From the gate fly for them, they not stop the show, man.
All
And
right.
guess what, Libra?
Mm-hmm.
See, enough of them money away, enough of them people on YouTube are champion. I mean, like, enough of them young artists, yeah. Me just see them voice get little and little, smaller and smaller and smaller. Right now, I couldn't tell when last me hear about one of them young artists who used to beat up them Gumbo like in the last year. Me I talk about last year. I couldn't tell when last me hear from a Nigeri, not even Niger boy a little bit, right? A valiant like that. Yeah, me seen do interview with you, but I mean like how them used to talk about like every day. Them the artists that we used to talk about every day, right? Like the man in backbench.
Well, and this is what I said earlier, where I said having mouthpieces on YouTube. If I know people have said bloggers are not needed, but clearly you see you need a voice on YouTube, and it has to be consistent. You know, so I bet if Nige Boy had like a vlogger who was putting out content, yeah, but mm,
And I just say music gonna know you're gonna need when they boss you're gonna need one vlogger for
yep,
champion your music and you as an artist. Boy,
yeah,
the game reach
people.
a level, Jaja.
people have said, "Oh, you love your Queen Shansia, be a vlogger." I'm like, no, I'm just a fan. Like I tell people, whenever I do launch my channel, it's a lifestyle, meaning the things that interest me. I cannot sit here and vlog for Queen Shansia because I don't know dance hall like that. If Queen Shansia was playing in the NFL, yes. I can talk about sports and whatnot. You feel can't wait for the season to start. Ooh, I can do that. But when it comes to like dancehall, I'm clueless because I need to know. Okay, it's like if somebody were to say Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady, I'd be like, are you on dope? You're like, get the hell out of here with that shit. You feel me? Like I can debate that, but like dancehall, to me you have to know the history, understand like okay, that's a lie, that's the truth. I don't have that.
Mm.
So all I am is just a girl who I love me some Queen Shansia, love King Poppy, and of course, as I like to call him too, Sexy King Massacre. So that's it. I'm just a Uber fan.
You see,
Mhm.
I blame enough of the people who on the internet for that too. Because you have few channel out there, but them so far and few in between, you not really hear them like that, right? But
Mhm.
you're supposed to, as a for music, you're supposed to have some of them channel there where have the people them have knowledge, document certain things and share certain things about the music. So somebody who never born in the era for witness it with them own two yeah can look on something like this and say, all right, them can learn something from this channel. But unfortunately, we have mostly man on YouTube where a champion this artist and every day them get up like them headline is with this artist. Man, and we have quote unquote dancehall in a them them title, but really and truly them a talk about one artist. If them talk about some other artist, sometimes not even nothing good. But them
True.
best a champion the one artist, right? And again, me not go say something is wrong with that, However, we can't sit here and say we're a dancer, quote unquote dancer channel, and we are talk about dancehall over here. So when really and truly we just talk about one artist and dancer full of artists,
Yeah.
full of artists.
And,
So might as well Amanda's call himself is a fan page. This is a fan page of such and such artist. Might as well. Is not a dancer channel, is a such and such artist fan YouTube
yep.
channel.
And people don't know that actually is killing the music because okay, I'm not gonna say other like okay, like Nikki has her fans and whatnot, but then there's no neutral. I want a channel that covers everything. Just keep it real. Like okay, you have DJ Academics. Yeah, we know he champions Drake, but like the other day with the Kendrick Lamar war, he came out and he was like, "Yo, Drake is my boy, but Kendrick is taking this." He was, other people, even Joe Budden, even though he can be a prick sometimes, they're like that. But in dance hall, it's like everything. Oh, my artist is the greatest. Oh, create history. This, the like the parameters that I know what makes an artist quote unquote great. I don't see dance hall doing that. Like oh, yeah. But then again, mm,
You see, what you just said so, that is like cold hard facts. Because look on it, if dancehall did that do where enough of them money as a dancehall do, right?
mhm.
Dancehall did that do that. You wouldn't have to scrimp and a scrape for information about dancehall. You wouldn't
Fact.
have to because it would have been so out there, it would have been so obvious, it would have hard for you miss. Really and truly, it would have hard for you miss. So that shows you like it a lack, something is lacking there. Something is obviously lacking there with dancehall. Because we can't sit here, and really and truly we are here. And even the promoter, the Canadian promoter guy, where did on ER. It's like everybody has said the same thing, which is Cartel basically a revived dancehall. Cartel a
Mm,
revive that a one man.
mm-hmm,
And even all right, even if that is true, let's say that is true. You have to
mm,
say one man. It take a one man. It need for revive a whole genre of music. We have countless artists, young and old. We still have I do them craft. You have to say it take one man. And
yeah,
even if you're not the king of dancehall, it take one man because there me not see no other genre operate like this, Because all right, say for instance, now like we use hip hop as something to measure it by, right?
yeah,
I'm sure hip hop, if Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar right now, a demand right now in a hip
yeah,
hop, right?
yeah,
If him no release no music, me sure, I am sure them have other artists, whether them like them or not,
yep.
them have other artists out there where we nice up the place just the same. So in other words, it don't take a Kendrick Lamar for do the most in the music to make the music feel like say it a do wonders or go somewhere or it still have interest in it. It don't take him alone.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying when it comes to dance hall, and they're saying Mr. Palmer, because that's what I call him, is making dance hall better. I think it's nostalgia because Mr. Palmer, was locked up for what, over 13 years, because my cousin like to say, oh, he was arrested before and da da da. Anyways, okay. So, excuse me. I think people are just excited to see him.
That
Okay,
is evident.
that's what I believe. This is nostalgia, because you like I said, okay, I live down here in Florida, and when they had the show at Sunrise, I regret not going. After I hear my friends are like, and okay, just like on YouTube, I say YouTube in real life is two different worlds. Like, okay, like in my real life, my crew is made up of vendetta, all the camps, and
Mhm.
and my camp, they went to the show, and there were vendetta guys, all of them, and I regret not experiencing that. And they were like, it was just they said, he didn't really put on no amazing show, but it's just the fact of his presence and everything. That's why so I don't think Vibes Cartel, Mr. Palmer, is saving dancehall. I think he's just bringing some attention to it. And I do believe, this is just my opinion, my observation. I do believe that these people need to try to bottle this in some way to keep the focus on dancehall, because I mean, I just heard Afrobeat got like their own um category or something in the Grammys or something like that. I can't, something. Was it Grammys? I don't
No,
know.
Siobhan, why we hear you, but and nobody now said that, Nobody now said that. But the point when enough people are miss is Cartel never just lock up in a jail alone. Cartel never have no visa.
Yep.
As what the guy what did I say, the promoter guy did I say in all the interview to what me agree with because of that me they say from when people are hearing music but can't see him perform.
Mhm.
And them time they from them time they when Cartel losing visa to when him have him issues and him go jail. Cartel did a lego tune, pantapa tune, pantapa tune. But the people them couldn't see him in a certain part. So right here now, them fly the gate and them can see him now and can hear them the tune there and see him perform them live now.
Yep.
All if him a charge $1 billion, might somebody a go pay it.
Yeah.
Somebody a
That's
go
true.
pay it. All if a that him a charge and somebody a go
Mhm.
pay it and trickle down that in the fee if forward in the arena or whichever, but somebody a go pay it. Trust me.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not doubting that. Okay, like what Chevelle White. Of course, Mr. Palmer has an amazing catalog. I tell people, even though I am not a core Gaza fan, Like I love a lot of his girl tunes, and what people are saying now, I know I made fun of the whole Spice thing, but I've always said that they should have been a duo, him and Spice, a long time ago. Because I've seen Vibes Cartel. He have made music with other females, outside of my girl Queen Shansia. They weren't all that, okay. Like him and Spice, that chemistry is undeniable. But okay, Mr. Palmer, like as Chevy is saying, yeah, his catalog. But guess what? It's Yeah, his catalog is good. However, this is still nostalgia why he was booked. Because I can assure you, if they try to replicate this again next year, you're not gonna get the same results. It's gonna be like way less. But anyways,
Yeah, me can't see that. Me can't see that. Right? Yeah, and but Siobhan, nobody not saying a big artist, no. Nobody else never said Cartel and a big artist, None of that never left out of nobody mouth, So
exactly.
yeah, fight one war where nobody never did that fight. Nobody not say Cartel a big artist. Cartel one of the biggest artists them in a dancehall. That's why him can do what him a do, And not everybody can do it.
See,
And not
and
everybody can do it.
this is why I hate about the dance hall space. See, okay, I'm gonna bring in sports. I can okay, you have ESPN where you might have the commentators who obviously they have their bias, but they can come to a common ground and be truthful. It's like with dance hall, it's like if you even say something, you hate the person, you bad my like no. I just said the reason why Mr. Palmer is getting all this money, the 1.3, is because lady, me when the prison hype gone, okay. It said, tell me when the prison, you know what? It is what it is. This is my opinion. I'm just saying, but the 1.3 million, whatever. Anyways, Rumble, go ahead because I can't. Lord, thank God for NFL season coming up. Go
Well,
ahead.
well, to answer your question, Siobhan, she give one answer. She said she not think next year them a time where I go at fancy Cartel like that. So I mean,
Okay. Well, he said, I hear say after Freedom Street. Chevelle, I was not one of those people who said that because I knew the nostalgia around Mr. Palmer. So I was not one of those people. All I'm saying is that right now it's like Vibes Cartel. He is the shiny new toy. Think about, okay, go back to when you were a child and you might have had a room filled with toys and your parents gave you a new toy. You're going to play with that, but eventually you're going to get tired of it. That's what I'm saying. Obviously his catalog is timeless. Let me tell you, one of my favorite songs from Vibes Cartel is Dedication. That song came out like 15 years ago. Was it 2011, 14, whatever? It came out way back. I listened to that song more than any other song. That's my favorite song ever. I'm just saying the nostalgia around who he is for people to see him, it's not going to continue. And this is not me being bad mind because I can assure you anything Mr. Palmer have, I have it. Anyways, but yeah.
mm, no, but as I said, look, some people them love the artist them going to bed, Maybe that one wrong we have to say, but it would appear so.
Ciao.
But we not bash no artist, We only call a spade,
Oh, Lord, it says, is the problem for people them can't is so much money him booked for. Okay, well, Chevy, as they say in the NFL, because I'm a sports fanatic, um people gonna pay, there's always somebody who's gonna pay what you're worth. And
Mm-hmm.
if people, okay, and for Mr. Palmer getting 1.3, it's not okay. You have other artists who get that. Burna Boy, don't let me bring in Nicki or Taylor, like, it's just a first for dance hall. But
Yeah.
you know but that 1.3, see, and that's another thing that,
EVJ was
Mhm.
bigger.
Go ahead. Oh, and
Uh-huh.
that's another thing. A lot of you, I'm gonna assume you're a core Gaza Nation fan. Y'all get caught up in that number. Like, okay, maybe because I'm in business or whatnot. Let me tell you, Mr. Palmer, good thing he resides in Florida where we don't have a income tax. Cause let me tell you,
Lord of mercy.
whoa.
Lord of
Okay.
mercy.
When Uncle, trust me, yes, Mr. Palmer, and yeah, I'm not trying to like take this all the way left, but you guys get all excited with the 1.3. I'm gonna need you guys to get a little educated on, how much money left over, because Mr. Palmer is doing a lot of spending, buying houses and cars and stuff. Woo. Yes, but anyways.
I want to tell you, say, me say it. I don't know if I did the live before this or the one before that one, the one with the last time.
Mhm.
Me tell them, say, look, and I just cartel I get that the money there,
Yeah.
Tell them, say, look, cartel basically, have one affiliation with Joe Bogdanovich with a come like same sign to in label,
Oh, that was last live, because yeah, I was in and out, but I remember that.
right?
Hmm.
And it wouldn't be far fetched and it would be a surprise to me if me here a little bit down the road say, boy, basically, some of the money they were cartel a charge, basically, Joe Bogdanovich get one piece off it. More
Hmm.
surprise.
Oh,
Enough
is
people
it
on the internet would have surprised, but me wouldn't surprise if me hear that little bit down the line.
chat?
Because there's all I always see cartel I do, Joe Bogdanovich instrumental in it,
Facts.
seeing? And believe it or not, and I'm say it already, I'm gonna say it again. If I never Joe Bogdanovich cartel would not even smell one visa, much less have it figure fly go nowhere.
Facts.
See? So it wouldn't be I would not be surprised if me hear down the line say him basically one piece of food. Joe have to get one piece of food. And it is what it is.
I kept telling, okay, like, because obviously I can't have this conversation with the Gaza fans on YouTube, but like my family, my friends in real life, I said to them, I said, no one knows what Mr. Palmer's contract is. Everyone's contract is different. And then, okay, like the other day, I told this to one of my friends, and he didn't know. He was like, really? When, okay, they showed Mr. Palmer on a road trip to, Georgia, when he did the his Atlanta show. And I said, you know why he did that, right? And they're like, well, because he want to see America. I said, no, that's a form of tax write-off. I said, obviously, Mr. Palmer has an LLC. I'm going to assume that. If he doesn't, he needs to get one.
Oh,
And go ahead.
go on, man, go on. Yeah, spit, go on.
Yeah, so I said he needs to get an LLC, and what that will do is that okay, even if you make lots of money, the more you more tax write-offs you have, the better will be for you. So him driving to Atlanta, he can write off the gas as a business expense, all the money he spent on food. So he'll kind of recoup that. It's a lot. I don't want to make it boring because I'll turn into a nerd. But I tell people there's a lot of ways. It's just like when I had to even tell one of my friends a couple of years ago, when you see every year, if you notice, Gucci Man and Keisha Kaur, they give each other $1 million for their birthday. And what that is like, okay, in America, I don't know what the tax code is in Jamaica, but in America, the first million is a gift. And so you can use that as a tax write-off. They always do $1 million. It's a give, you write it off. It's a lot of stuff behind it. I don't want to make it boring, but yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
look, and on the board, look, you teach, because some me wouldn't all that familiar with everything with America and them law and so, but me know say certain things
Yeah.
I go definitely need one accountant because I know everything him I go know. I need lawyer and him accountant. I'm sure him have that. I'm sure him have
Yeah.
lawyer and accountant. Right? Because if him a do all of them and something and I just him think that out time brain and say, okay, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that to ensure that obviously he's getting advice from somebody who know things. Right?
Hmm.
So I mean it's always wise, whenever you make certain money,
Yeah.
you're supposed to have two things. You're supposed to have one accountant,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
Because as I say, There are some things in our laws or the land where you decide to reside in, or the land where you decide to work in. There are some things in the law that you don't know that an accountant will know and will know how to navigate it and ensure so you make the most out of the money where you earn. The next thing we are going to need is lawyer, and not
Yeah.
just a lawyer. You're going to need a lawyer and a retainer.
Yeah.
And if you don't know people, a lawyer and a retainer mean you pay the lawyer dividends a month time, like a paycheck a month time.
Yep.
When time you need them, you just make a phone call and say, here we go on. This and this are going, and them have to fly down fast, fast, fast.
Yeah.
See? If you come make sure say in client good, because when you have them on retainer, you have them client,
Mm-hmm.
So two things you're gonna need once you make money: that accountant and that lawyer. You're gonna need
Lawyer.
something there. Trust me,
Hey,
Pete.
hey, lifestyle. Yeah.
Take my foolish advice.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna need. Okay, he might need. Well, no, he just needs an entertainment lawyer to navigate. But like you know, trust me. Like I said, the tax code, and on top of that too, I even had to tell my peoples in real life who are Gaza Core fans. I said I don't know if Mr. Palmer is still paying taxes because remember he did make money in all the countries that he performed in. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't know this, but you have to pay taxes to that country.
Mm.
People, yeah, they were like, really? I said, yeah. You when you work in a country, they get a cut. Like,
Eh?
yeah, yeah.
Them I ask if.
You get, yes, like that's why I tell people. That's why I said don't get okay. When you hear Mr. Palmer is paid 1.3 million, you have to learn the tax code of that country. And that's
Mhm.
another reason why LLC is so great because once again, if Mr. Palmer, you know, if he rents a private jet, he can say write it off as a business expense. That can recoup, and especially if he's taking some of his proceeds and donating to a charity, that will help him greatly. Like, yeah, it's a lot of,
Mhm. Mhm.
yes. Trust me,
Whole heap
like,
of loophole.
yeah,
Whole heap of loophole
yes,
and ways they can go around the red tape them because
yes, it is.
and for those who don't know, and she say LLC mean limited liability company.
Yeah, that
Mm.
okay, for just to make it simple for anyone. Okay, people love to say Mr. Palmer has a lot of haters. So, like, let's say if someone tries to sue him, he can have everything under the LLC, his houses, his cars, everything. And
Yep.
under that LLC, it's like he owns everything, but he doesn't own anything, meaning he can actually pay himself from that. Where if you
Mhm.
try to sue him, he can say, see, my name is Adija Palmer, but nothing is in my name. Let's say the LLC name is um Shorty's World. you know,
Mhm.
Everything is on the Shorty's World. And it's yeah, it's a lot. Like I don't want to make it boring, but yeah, he that also protects his assets. So that's one of the things. Even like you, Rambo. I don't know the tax code in Jamaica, but like my friends over here who are vloggers, I say, do you guys know if let's say you rent your house, like you are renting, the electricity, the internet that you pay if you're a vlogger, you can get that part of that can be tax. You can deduct that from your taxes. If you own your home, you can designate a room for vlogging, and you can at the end of the year you can obviously land taxes are tax deductible, but you can get back money and say, hey, this part of the house I use for vlogging, it's a business. It's a lot of ways to get back money. But yeah, I
Mm.
don't want to make this into school, but yeah.
Look, that's what I meant to say. Look,
Yeah.
you see, we as a set of people, I swear, the school system, oh boy. There are so many things they teach us in school that really and truly it is redundant, and it don't help we when time we reach big people stage. Because you see, if we did a teach financial literacy instead of accounts in a school or principles of business in a school, trust me, you have some people in a island here, the little island here, who would have been very well off as opposed to very poor, or
True.
them no handle money right. Right? Any all them did them just swap out them two subject there for one. They swap out principles of accounts and principles of business for financial literacy. Just teach that.
You,
Right? And we just watch it work. Just watch the effects of that a little bit down the line.
I, I'm gonna blame the parents because okay, my parents, I know with my mother, and mainly my father, because my father is the math buff. My
Mm,
dad's well, he's retired now, retired engineer. But they were little things like chores. I
mm,
remember, I would any extra money I needed, I had to do chores and whatnot. And when I wanted to buy something, my mother goes, "Okay, you want to buy this? Look how much it costs. You're gonna have to deduct that. Are you happy with that?" Little things like that start with your kids, because a lot of people think financial literacy is how to run a corporation. No, something as small as doing chores, teaching your kids the value of a dollar. Letting them know when you go in the store, yes, you might see the cookies for $3, but do you really need those cookies? Or do you
mm,
want to save up for Christmas time? I mean, that's what my
mm.
mother used to do with me.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
look, kudos to your parents because enough people them not really have that. If them don't have no parents, them even if them
Oh,
do have parents, professor, them not really have them the kind of conversation with them parents. You have some parents that basically anything them fitness of them want, them get it. And they never did have to worry about nothing like that. And
yeah.
them pitney grew up and when them reach big people stage, the first sign of hardship, them fall.
Mm, no,
Seriously, like
yeah,
that's why you can't even though them say boy take a village to raise a child and
yeah.
really and truly, you are responsible for your child. You supposed to
Mm-hmm.
grow your child or raise a child in a way where when them reach big people stage and basically can do without you. That are your purpose in our life. Now you're supposed to get
Facts.
your children ready if you do without you. So if you drop out, them supposed to can function without you.
Facts.
What you're supposed to do as a parent, right? And enough people don't really do that because yeah, all right, in our society, right? In a our culture, not even I go say society alone, our culture.
Mm-hmm.
See Father's Day gone over there, and man a gimmicks man both man a gelding and rate. Reason for that, because them program we supposed to just have pitney. So
Yep.
get children by any means necessary as we reach certain age. If we get children, if we don't get none, we are idiot or we are waste man or we are waste woman or we are gelding or you understand? Them they are the kind of label them put on people when time them they are certain age and them not know you.
That's true. Yep. My parents
But
went through that. Mm-hmm.
but really and truly, you're supposed to prepare yourself, even especially when you're a man, you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to prepare yourself for when you get a youth, your youth supposed to now worry about roof over them head, now
Mm-hmm.
worry about food, basic necessities, roof over your head, food and clothes, right? Supposed to not be worried about that. But no, them a program for do that, them program for get pitney on top of pitney and we not know how care for them. And then now what that lead to is broken homes and ill-treated children. Right?
Fact.
So pitney grow up and pitney not grow up with love.
Mm-hmm.
And it go over into pitney become delinquent. And it
Mm-hmm.
go over into boy pitney turn gunman and the girl pitney them turn prostitute. Dangerous cycle we find
Yep.
ourselves in. But
Yep.
that's for our next topic for our next day.
No, but it's true, and I keep telling people this too. Even though I remember I said this over on another channel, and when Mr. Palmer came out, it was so funny when I said it. I'm a hater. Mr. Palmer said it. Yo, the boss is right. I tell people Money does not raise children. I tell people you to be a parent, it takes more than just laying down and having a baby. You have to be mentally prepared. Let me show you, Rambo. Okay. When I was in high school, okay, because my parents they divorced, but my dad tried, his best to always be there for me.
Mm.
Okay. My mother, she's retired now, medical field. She would work like 14 to 16 hours. When I would go play softball, my mother would come to my games. She would sleep every single game. But you know what? Looking over and I saw her in the stands, I never forgot that. If you asked me how much was your softball mitts, and I couldn't tell you, but I could tell you my favorite moment was looking at my mother. Even when I joined chess club, favorite moment, my father, from across the pond, we playing virtual chess, stuff like that. I tell people these are things that children remember because I know I remember. I I don't remember how much things cost, but I remember the memories, the time that they put in, you know, stuff like that. And you have to be prepared for that too. Not just okay, I'm just gonna buy you whatever. No, the love
Mm.
has to be there. But yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
trust me, man. We know one very dangerous situation when it comes to our society with certain things where we promote as a norm. But as I say, on our next topic that for
Yeah,
one
that's a that's a good
may have to
topic.
go. I probably have to go do it one of the one next Father's Day. May have to go break down some of them something here.
Yeah, because it's
Something. But we
like,
see in the future. Because I said that channel and not just like dancer channel. We
oh,
we talk about other stuff. We
I
talk about
think,
other
yeah.
stuff. Me would have like to talk about our football too.
Oh
Right?
yeah, I
Because
forgot. In your country, you guys call it football. Over here, we call it soccer.
and I want to tell you, look, what you call football, is not football. Because literally, I must say one time another game that you actually use the foot and kick the ball.
Yeah,
One time in the game.
hold up, Rambo. All right, young guns. See, this is where comprehension is key. I never said you didn't need money. I said you cannot use. Okay, let me. Okay, speaking of with sports, there's a guy you can look him up. Doc Rivers. He was. I think is he still coaching basketball? Okay, his
Not
son.
sure, but him one of them big coach like Pat Riley.
Yeah, okay. His son, Austin Rivers. Okay, because Doc Rivers obviously was coaching professional. He wasn't there for his son. His son came out and said, "Yes, even though my father provided me, we lived in a big house and I was driving a luxury car in high school. I would rather have my father at my games." He's like, "Shout out to my mom for being there, but I want my dad there to cheer me on." These are things that money cannot, can you can't take the place of love. Yes, obviously money is very important, obviously, because you gotta have money, but I'm just saying that time and affection is very important. And Austin, and people were saying to Austin Rivers, "Oh, but you grew up in a mansion," and he's like, "You guys don't get it. I miss
Mm.
the time with my father." He said, "I wish my dad would have coached me at my game." But anyways, but
Mm.
back to you, Rumba. You were saying the only time, yeah, when we kicked the field goal.
Yeah, at the only time what we call football, actual football. You have to
I
use your foot. You have to use your foot, and the only person who can use them and hold that ball and give my goalkeeper. Everybody else you have to use your foot or something. You can't use it. But anyway, when you say soccer and because you don't have one expo or you call football, it is what it is what it is. But as I said, sometimes we hear me want to talk about some things about my side, which is Arsenal. Arsenal in a precarious situation right now, but
Oh,
now we're on the season for start in August there and thing and see what is what. But
okay.
that channel gonna be like this. That gonna talk about whole heap of stuff. That gonna
I
talk about enough stuff.
I just got into the world football. Okay, last year when me and my husband we went to Copa America. Yes, okay, Rambo, I'm about to make you laugh at me because every okay. Okay, me being a Libra, I'm a little shallow. Okay, because I got into Copa America last year because
Mhm.
of my husband. Because the first game, um, what was that? Spain and another team. Anyway, Spain won because my father-in-law he was happy. But we went and we
Yeah,
saw
Copa
Messi.
America.
Yeah, last year when they had the tournament, they played down here in Miami in Miami. Well, y'all think all of Florida is Miami. It was a Miami Garden. It was whatever team was it Argentina, the blue and white team against Colombia. That's when I fell in
Mhm,
love with
mhm, mhm.
James Rodriguez. Okay. So with soccer,
Surprised Alhamis still a play football, I swear.
yeah, I'm a Colombia fan only because of James. I have his two Copa America jerseys. Shout out to my husband. But so I'm really getting into it. But I heard like the World Cup is coming up next year, so I'm hoping Colombia is in it. Even though all my peeps are like they're trash, whatever. But so I can't wait for you to cover that so I can like really learn. Shout out to Bruce who was the first person to educate me because I didn't know what the hell was going on. But yeah.
Me probably have a stream, but it depends. If because not normally football like Saturday Sunday, so but it depends. Not to say it depends because you have other people out there to but mostly when I talk about competition like them, the big competition like them, they and English league because that watch mostly.
I no clue.
Yeah, so English league are basically England football league, right? So that's what I'm telling you, my side Arsenal in another league, there, England Football League, First Division League.
Oh,
So me, yeah, you might find me I talk about that more while. Um, I talk about World Cup definitely when World Cup forward round.
yeah, I would expect.
Maybe I talk about Euros. Euros are basically the European country them I play against them one another in a one tournament.
Oh, so they have their own tournament. Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
like all right, so Copa America
Yeah.
is Euros is like Copa America. So Copa America feel like um South American team and
Oh,
Central American team them I play against them one another country them I play against them one another. Euros is like that, right?
oh, okay. I'm learning.
The same thing. It's just the different places. That Copa America for some part of Central America and South America. Euros are for the European country them. But yeah, football, our thing. Football, wanna the Jamaica. I think athletics would have been number one, and then football second
Oh,
because it used to be football, but athletics take over because we were way more successful in athletics as opposed to
oh
football.
yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, one them I want one I want a two. So
uh, I. I mean, okay, this gonna make me sound shallow. Like I said, I'm just, I just want to see Colombia win because I want James to win, or as my husband told me, the real way to say his name, James.
yeah,
um,
funny ever
yeah,
cause
and yeah.
James.
Yeah, I was like, huh? He's because yeah, because my husband he's Spanish, but I'm learning. But I mean the Columbia jersey, they're cute. Okay, yes, I know Messi's the GOAT. I always tell people I don't care, and I'm okay. One of my vendetta peeps, he teach me about somebody named Neymar. I don't even know who the hell that is. Some guy named Neymar who had got hurt back. I
Brazilian.
think yeah, somebody. Yeah, Neymar. Yeah, so I'm learning.
Trust me, look, if it's right now, football, we're footballer right now, you not really have no whole heap of baller like a Messi and a Neymar, like back in the day. Like back in the day when we just started to watch football. Baller like Messi and Neymar, you have a baller like that even in the like the simplest aside. Right?
Wow.
You have a one baller like that where like we literally were skill like that. Right?
Mm,
Now like them a dime a dozen. You have them out there, but like them a dime a dozen. That's why all this that local youth you know where they are Barcelona named Yamal. That's why
yes.
him so talked about like that because
Mhm.
he must show them kind of level of a technical ability there from them the age there,
Oh,
right? and it's like him likened to them man. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. Because me see this a youth I play, man. Like first time when I hear about him, I like, but yes, like what the yeah, when me see him I play,
Yeah.
like the season was just gone. I know me understand what everybody did that talk about. Like the
Well,
few crazy man.
okay, because the whole day that I call it the Copa America day when he was playing, he's Spain and another. Okay, my father-in-law was overly excited, so I knew about Yames. I couldn't believe he was so young, and of course, because I have twins, so my son. My father-in-law was like, "Yeah, the fact that you're Jamaican, that means my grandson will have that love of, football in his blood." I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh, oh no, because
Hey, trust trust me, it's a thing. But guess what? Sometimes it works all like that, but sometimes it may not work all like that. Like, I remember say I have a thing called culture and how where them grow up. 'Cause if him not grow up, I say football or as we wanna call it soccer, a player
yeah,
like that. Him no must gravitate to it. Him probably grew up and want to play basketball
true."
or
Oh,
or American football.
let me tell you, me being his mom, I could see football, cause like, okay, like my father-in-law, he comes around, he gives him like soccer balls and everything, get him into it, and he's like, when he turns 4, put him into like youth soccer, whatever. I'm like, isn't that too young? He's like, no.
Nope, nope, nope.
Hey, I don't know. I'm asking, So,
No.
and he was like, I would love to see my grandson be the next Yames, because that's my father-in-law. He loves Yames. He loves him. So,
Yeah, man, come out to man. What
yeah,
technical ball, man. Skill. Cross dribble, man.
yeah, so
When solid that the man they are go hear that the man that if him stay fit and everything, you go hear that the man they are go talk about from now for the next 10 years as one of the
man.
greats. Trust me,
Hmm.
that they'll go you. But yeah, some football like that. Look, 4 year old is not like too young. Trust me.
I
Not too young. Trust me.
yeah,
Enough of them European country too. At them the age of them a giant football camp and all them the way.
yeah.
Them
That
the
that's
age
that,
them a get integrated in a football and when you see them reach 8 and I go up,
yeah.
they do some things in the football but like at this them have to learn it from.
Yeah, that's what my father-in-law was saying, because he asked me, he said, "So what age you think?" I said 11. He's like, "Oh, that's too late."
Nah, man, that's too late, man.
I
That's too
was like,
late for a
"What?"
man going and talk about oh I'm gonna join camp and I'm gonna learn football. No, sir.
Yeah. He's like, "You got to get down the techniques and the discipline." I was like, "But at 4 years old, he's still my baby." He's like, "He got to man up." I'm like, "Mm,
So yeah, doesn't say it's so in a way, but trust me,
yeah,
that at the age where you them if you learn all football. That's why all that's why all our football all in Jamaica it kind of stagnate and I wouldn't really produce no baller like that no, because the age where we integrate youth in a, like the football system it well and truly too late. We
um,
don't really we don't have the facilities for have club like that and youth a got football club and a train from them how much year old and them
mm,
aligned to this club and that club. And they say it should another from, but it not there so.
yeah. Plus, I mean, does Jamaica, do they have like, okay, I know this is going to be ignorant to ask, do they have stuff like that down there? Because I know my father, who's also a football buff and a cricket. Oh God, cricket is so boring. Anyways, he's like, Jamaica lacks those programs. He's like, you would literally have to send your child, if you have the money, to somewhere else that has those. That's
Hmm.
that's so sad.
That's true because and trust me, like we should have that because imagine imagine you have a country like Croatia, right?
Yeah.
Croatia me not sure if it have the same land mass as Jamaica, but it's not a big um country in a Europe, right?
Wow.
But
Mhm.
I think it have the same like amount in terms of population as Jamaica, right?
Mhm.
3 point something million people,
I know it's
right?
beautiful. Hmm.
and them reach as far as one World Cup final, right? Because them would have this for saying, I say, for find like footballers in a crop of people like that, like 3.8 million people, it would have harder to find as opposed to one country where have 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 million people, right? And you'd have share the same sentiment because they have a
Yep.
wider amount of people like pick and choose from, right?
Mhm.
But them reach as far as final, and we can't even make the World Cup final as much as to make the final of the World Cup.
Yeah. I didn't realize how far down the totem pole Jamaica was until the other day when Messi went to Jamaica. And I thought the Jamaica team was up there. My father laughed at me. Even my father-in-law, he's like, "Psh, yeah, right." I was like, but they got to play against Messi, okay? Because like in America, now I'm not saying the teams have to be good, but usually, like when you have like okay, the way how Jamaica had that game, it was like a Super Bowl. So I
Mhm.
thought maybe it was like a playoff game. They're like, no, it was just a regular game. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I really thought Jamaica was in some type of playoffs. Thank
Nah,
goodness.
a matter
Yeah.
of fact, it wasn't even Jamaica playing. It was basically Messi's club right now when playing at the MLS, which is Inter Miami. I play against a Jamaican football club.
Child, I gotta learn about these clubs.
Doesn't matter. It just take little time, and you feel just focus. But if you want to learn about football, I just little time, and you have to focus on. Say for you in America now, you have to look on MLS. MLS kind of different to um, European football and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
But if you really want to watch football, you can tune into English League, can tune into Premier League, but you may not like it. But the reason why I'm saying Premier League is because English, right?
Mhm.
But I send it to Spanish League, but more likely you go book up on a Spanish commentator and you probably not gonna hear what they must say. You're not gonna
Oh no,
understand.
I understand Spanish.
So you could have watched La
Yeah.
Liga,
Okay.
right?
We have all those soccer channels because my husband, now that he knows that I love, I'm getting into soccer. He was excited because people have told me NFL is hard. I think it's easy. I think soccer is hard. They're like, no, it's simple. But yeah, I'm getting into it. I mostly watch. Okay, forgive me, I'm shallow. For Hamas. Go ahead.
Speak your mind, man.
Yeah,
Speak your mind.
he's so handsome. Anyways, go ahead. No, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead. I just wanted to say that.
No, this is how man. Look, football, or for you, soccer.
Yeah.
For me, as we say, it's simple for real. Phone football, first time I see it, it complicated to me. No, I understand it now when me get big, but I still not really fancy it like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you.
me still not me know the side them, me know the big side them and so in a phone football, but me not really fancy it like that.
you
What me did fancy was basketball. Because when me did I grow up, my father like a big fan of basketball. But they have to sit down and watch basketball with him every Sunday, whether I like it or not. They
damn.
have to, cause I'm watching basketball, I sit down and watch basketball. So at that time they entertaining. Because them
Mm,
the time I tell you about me I watch all Jordan from them the time before I understand basketball. So till me I watch Allen
yeah.
Iverson and them the way they Allen Iverson me like basketball now.
Yeah. I remember Alan. He is so handsome.
That the man, let me see do some crazy something. The only
Yeah.
person me see like in this day and age when me see where they remind me Allen Iverson,
Jay Morant.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie
Until he
Irving.
got hurt. Yes,
Yeah,
you're
man.
right.
Before injury, that man said that the man, he remind me of Allen Iverson. That the man, Kyrie Irving.
Man,
But
that, mhm.
it is what it is with 'cause even right now, I'm not really all that interested in a basketball right now. It kind of you need some superstar from LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Them a few years old. I need some superstar like them now.
Well, it's true because I'm a Warriors fan, right? I became a Warriors fan because of Klay Thompson. I'll be honest, and I mean, I know he plays for a different team. I don't really watch. Okay, even though I might watch back, I couldn't even tell you what's going on right now. I think the Thunder is in the finals. I can't. Anyways, let me tell you, Rombo. Okay, when it comes to NFL football, whenever you come to America, I well, unless maybe one day Roger Goodell, the commissioner, might make a two NFL teams play in Jamaica. Trust me, I tell all my cousins, when you go to the arena, it's it's nicer than watching it on TV because you get to talk smack to other fans, especially when when my Seahawks were my Seahawks, they was beating down everybody. So yes, but now I gotta humble myself. But
Trust me, but Lolo, trust me, like that are with every sport. With
yeah.
every sport. All right, you want me to show you how really you want to watch a Champions League final, like all the one we gone with the year. Champions League are basically the European top club them playing on cup competition. Um feet. So like the top club them one of the top club them in a league, like from first to maybe fourth or fifth, the fourth from first to fourth or fifth would get entered the night and then play over um the course of the season. When you watch that, and you see like you got some stadium and you see all them a pop all flare and you see man in a some country where a minus how much degrees and a man bare chested and with flag and a wave and like it crazy man, crazy
Yeah,
atmosphere. Enough of them stadium them that I like for.
that sounds like our football.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's what me tell us. Look, synonymous to like a just one sport. Like all
oh,
sport from you have fun, they have crazy
oh yes,
fun behavior, and man. Crazy fun behavior.
yeah.
All sport.
Oh, I love. That's why I prefer sports. Because I like with sports debate. People are more realistic than the musical debate. Like when you were with the dance hall, like these vloggers. No offense, I think all these vloggers are delusional. What I love about sports, like nobody can sit here and say something stupid like LeBron is better than is more accomplished than Michael Jordan. People be like, what? You know who Jordan is? That man have six
Mhm.
rings
Mhm.
back to back and whatnot. Yes, LeBron is great, but I mean, in my opinion, okay, obviously I wasn't around, a little younger, but not that much younger, but still. I would say, in my opinion, Kobe, the late great Kobe Bryant, bless his soul. In my opinion, he is the closest to Michael Jordan. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Y'all,
Mhm.
LeBron people don't come for me, okay?
Me
Yeah,
agree. Me agree. Me agree. Me agree. Me agree. Him was the closest. But
yeah.
just
So,
look,
mhm.
me agree with that with the dancer commentary on YouTube, right? You see, no five people on YouTube that talk about dancehall. Them a talk from feelings, and I really
Yes,
them a, them not necessarily a give you facts, right? Them a give you them opinion, which is fine,
yes.
but them a label it as factual sometimes, and a fact like you give your opinion, bro.
I,
Give your opinion. I mean, nothing wrong with you. I'll give your opinion. I'm giving my opinion right now,
yeah,
right?
but
But when I not label it as fact, no, me I tell you, say my opinion. And that's what I think. That's what I believe. You agree if you disagree, or if you not agree, you can forward on and we can talk about something, and maybe the two we can learn something in the interim, right? But enough of them people up on the internet, as I said, not from a live broadcast, and them a run an echo chamber. So yeah, we have said this over here, so and you need to say this, or them a go usher you out.
yeah. I don't see. I don't. That's why I love sports. I and that's another reason why I tell people I could never be a dancehall vlogger for Queen Shansia because I'm gonna
Mm.
call you out. And I'm the type of person I'm like, okay, I'm your fan. I'm spending my money. Yes, I can call you out respectfully, but I'm not gonna be delusional and stuff. No, that's once again that's why I love sports. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah.
Shensi in a trouble though, you know.
What ha- what
Shensi
happened?
in
I
trouble
haven't
now.
been catching. I've been super busy.
No, I mean like literally like nothing I'm with you, you know. But for
Oh,
me, with fear,
oh,
but she had to go on with you know, fear car, she in a trouble, you
oh, you mean like 'cause she doesn't really know what she want to do?
know. Yeah.
Well, she might iron it out. She's going on tour. She's having her European tour, so that's good. That's I know that much. Um,
Mm.
but I think it's a Libra thing. But the thing is, I've always said this: Queen Shensia needs a alpha female. Because I mean, I had that. Shout out to my former boss's wife. Hey, made me the woman that I am today when it comes to business. I think
Mm.
she needs someone like that because I also think, since her mom passed and like imagine she was her life was already chaotic and then throwing the death of her mom. Yeah, but I think I'm hoping she gets it together sooner than later. You know.
Why? Me hope so too, you know, because I think she can do it, you know, but when she did that do her thing, she should have never said, oh, like I told myself that I was gonna do dancehall for X amount of girl, what the hell?
Okay, go ahead.
She can't say someone Libra. Oh, like you know what that and how some of them people that a matter of fact, me I gotta tell you how some of them people interpret it as she a burn her bridge. She reach where she wanna reach her now and she a burn her bridge. That is how the people they interpret that.
I didn't look at it that way. Even though I keep hearing people saying she threw away her fans, and I'm not gonna knock anyone for their opinions or their interpretation. If you look at what was going on in her life, her mom died. People like, golly, oh my goodness, sorry, Jesus Christ. All right, sorry, other phone. Her mom had died, and
Mm-hmm.
people were accusing her of sacrificing her mom. And
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, unless if okay, one thing with us Libras, I will say this because all of us, you see how Cardi B acts. If
Mm-hmm.
we don't have someone higher than us to help us to teach us to tune out the noise, we kind of like let it take over us. And I truly believe she didn't have anybody around her to say, hey, give me your phone, don't pay attention. So she was to this how I looked at it. She's like, yes, y'all love me so much. Ah, damn, shut up, phone. Y'all love me so much. Y'all dub me the princess of Jamaica. My mom died. You guys are turning against me. And I know, once again, the negative Libra trait, because I'm like this. I'm gonna mirror you. So it's like, okay, you guys want to turn on me and throw dirt in my face. I'm gonna stick it to you too. And that's why I think she said that. And do I believe she regret that? Yes. And just like I tell people, let her get a really big good song, a big like a hit song, and people will forget. But I wish she didn't say that, but I understood why she said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but as I say, she need one hit song, yes. She need one hit song for reintegrate herself. Right? She need one hit dancehall song. That's what she need.
She
Because
do. Mhm.
you see, dancehall is our core audience, you know.
True.
Right? So even if she a go overseas, go do what she a do, anybody who a go listen to her music, to them a go be a core dancehall fan. So she a bring dancehall fans with her. Right? So she
True.
could bond that the bridge there. And she never reach cross the water good yet figure get no new other fans. Because that should have to do, should have launched herself over and get new fans, For when time if she says something like that, she not have to worry about because she have new fans will appreciate her new craft,
Mm.
But
That. Sure. Hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is. Look, it is what it is. She said what she said.
Yeah.
But she needs to fix up.
I mean, hung in there with her. I remember when I went over to Nick's platform, and I remember it was me and this guy named Big Papa. I know you came across Big Papa Apostle James,
Mm.
and he was like trying to tear down on her, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, dude, she's in her like mid 20s. Like, you act like we've never said stupid things. Like, he was really tearing down on her. I'm like, dude, fall back. Like, come on now. Let me tell you, trust me, in my mid 20s, I've said a lot of dumbass things.
Trust
But
me.
yeah,
Trust me. Me know enough how we say some things where or even do some things where we would I regret, but we
yeah.
can't change it. But
But I think the fans are gravitating back towards her slowly but surely. They are. Um, because I see the way how when certain things come up, they rally around her. But like I tell people, hey, I mean, I'm just one Queen Shensia fan. Even I did integrate some of my neighbors when I had the Grammy parties for her. Hey, because people are like, who is that? And they're like, oh, I like her. Yeah, she's pretty.
yeah,
So
I guess so. Then at the end of the day, too, she have that going for her.
yeah, her.
Have that going for her. So
Yeah, yeah. So hey,
she,
my girl Queen
she need she
Shensia.
need to make she need to make hay while the sun has shined, though, because
True.
how people operating at this day and age, then we forget you very soon. And then you have to go fight for forward back in the people them heart and mind again.
Yeah.
Crazy situation where that's why Cartel do what I do, because Cartel though if not stay outside of the people them heart and mind, if
Yeah.
ever present,
48 laws of power. Yep.
You me ever present man in the
Yep.
people, whether you like him or not, man, him
Yep.
ever present. Yeah, yet
Yep.
there is always something to talk about with this guy.
Facts.
Always something to talk about.
Command attention. I can't remember what law, but it says command attention
Yeah, man,
and
him do
at
that
all
thing.
possible. Yeah, Mr. I mean, that kiss with Spice. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sticking to my theories because a kiss is very personal.
Da, da, dee.
Okay, a kiss is for, especially a tongue kiss. Like, come on now, that's like okay, Rumble. Like, let's say we move like the veil, and I kiss you. People are gonna be like, oh, they're sleeping again. Like, come on now, certain things. Like,
Well, a big people them.
yeah,
That's how
I
I
mean,
goes about a big people them.
uh, let me tell
'Cause,
you,
hey, just look, remember, when the man Spice he do the tune, if he tune the first time, it is stinks a boy a Spice and Cartel there, right? So who knows? Who knows?
I mean, I've heard Mr. Palmer ran through all the chicks, So I mean, hey, none of my business. But all I know is Sidem is a very strong woman, because Rumble. Even though I am a very confident person, but I am also very possessive, and yeah, that couldn't. Woo! Somebody would get cut.
Look, hey, two things, a faith and strong mind she have, yes. Faith
Woo!
and strong mind, but she did with Cartel for a reason, and the reason they're not changing us, so everything is all good.
Child, well, phew. Better. Hey, I'm happy for her. She's that strong. I have not gone to those levels yet because hey, I'm a little bit cray now. Woo.
Well, look, to each his own.
Yes.
At the end of the day, she and a fiance reach, so I mean,
I, I,
nah, not horrible, right?
I'm surprised. See, this turns into Wendy Williams. I'm surprised. Okay, and this I'm about to stereotype, but this is usually true. You a lot of times white women will lock down people quicker than black women, and
Mhm.
I'm surprised because no, I assumed. Mr. Palmer her will tie the knot within a month of him being released. I'm surprised she's still just a fiance. This is different seeing a white woman,
Mm-hmm.
yes, drag their feet, like I said, not to be racist or nothing or stereotype. I'm just a little bit surprised, that's all.
Yeah, surprised, but I mean, make we see, make we see.
I,
Me not
I,
playing to it too much, but make we see.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe Mr. Palmer is gonna marry her. I think he's just gonna keep her around until she gets tired. I truly believe that Mr. Palmer heart is with Shorty. That's what I believe. I think if he should, okay, I know Mr. Palmer was married before to a lady named Stacy, but I think he
Mm-hmm.
was doing that to get his papers. I truly believe if he's gonna ever marry somebody for real, it will be Shorty. So
That
just
time.
my
Well,
2 cents. Yeah.
make us see what go on here, man. Make us see what go on. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I would also say, if either way that go, a headline news again.
Oh yeah.
Headline news again. And even if it may not look so for now, but Carter would have win just to see. Either way it go.
Well, I'm
Either.
I'm gonna be I'm kind of biased. I want him to be with Shorty. I
Yeah,
just
I mean
think,
that would have been the fairy tale the
yeah,
fairy tale ending, yeah. But as me say, how things stand now, we just have to wait and see.
yeah. I mean, hey, hey. Wow, it's a lot to look. Hey, Lisa, for the rest of the year, Queen Shansia's tour, soccer, NFL football, and hopefully Mr. Palmer's wedding. Yeah,
Look, put it this way. We see him and Mavado link up. Me not think nobody did see that happen like in a this area or whatever.
I
So
seen it.
yeah, so we've seen stranger things happen. So
Yeah,
we could just wait and see what go on before we say anything. Before we
I'm
start
I'm
kill the idea.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, I'm about to sound negative. So yeah, hey, whoever's in the audience, the bushes, the clouds, don't come for me. DJ, if anybody knows how DJ Khaled is, for some reason, and I'm hoping this time he proves me wrong. Usually when he does his album, because it's always a collage, the
Mhm.
dance hall songs never go far. It's always the hip hop songs. And I'm hoping this time it goes far because I really do. Because Bounty Killer, Movado, Mr. Palmer. I really hope, you know,
The sound of right.
yeah. I just
If the sound correct, we go far. If the sound not correct, we have one little excitement around it, but it not go really take
yeah.
off right.
I wanted to take off the right way. I don't want it to take off the way some YouTube vlogger. I wanted to make Billboard, okay, Billboard 100, yeah, because 200 is for the albums. I want the song to be on Billboard 100. Now that I know a
Mhm.
little bit more about the Billboard, since I had to do a video a while back, I want it to be on that, not the reggae iTunes. I don't care about that. The real chart, the one
Mhm.
that really matters, the one that Taylor Swift is always on.
Yep, yep, yep. Need for depend that.
Yeah.
Depend that now. Another talking point. Another talking point. But anyway,
Okay.
nine night go kind
Yep.
of peel off in nine night.
No
But
problem.
big up
Thank
keep pass through them.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me on your panel. I'm happy this time I could like really participate because kept getting phone calls last time, crazy, because I run a charity, anyways. But yeah, but thank you for having me on the panel. Shout out to all the people who passed through. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. Big up every time, man. Big up every time.
Thank you. Stay prosperous, hun. See you around.
Always. Yeah, man. Big up in the people. Big up everybody who there. Seeing. Big up Roger Hines. Big up. Big up Chevron, right? Big up Mali Russian. Big up Young Guns. Seeing. We there again. Lifestyle topic. Big up BBK Sports. Big up where you there. Seeing. Big up Babsy. Big up Drea. Big up DJ Frado. Big up Pepper Seed. Big up Kid. What heap of people in there. Anyway, peeps, it was a wonderful life. It was my pleasure. Big up everybody who like the stream and thing, who share. Big up everybody who did there with me life again. See, until we meet again, Until we meet again on live sphere. At them time, I'm out.